Jasbir has got a very important job at the space station. He has to note down very critical information about the rocket test. But the test is being carried out late at night, and because of that, Jasbir is very sleepy. And he was not able to take down the information as fast as it is required. So while the test happened, the test actually failed after a few seconds. And by that time, Jasbir was able to note only one information, and that is the speed of the aircraft at the last moment. He was able to take down the speed, which is 32 kilometers per hour, but he was not able to take down the time. But he was informed that the time will be related to speed. That is, the speed increases at the power of 4. That is, for the first second, the speed is 4 to the power of 1. For second, it's 4 to the power of 2, and so on. Now, he has this information for sure, and he has 32 kilometers per hour. But still, he has not taken down the actual time. So how does he calculate that? He was really confused, and he was thinking how he could do that. But he knew logarithms to some amount. But how could he even bring logarithms in this case? So first of all, he tried to calculate the time. Now he knew that the speed will always be in the power of 4. So he assumed that the number of seconds taken to reach 32 was 4 to the power of x. Now 32 is the final speed. So 4 to the power of x should be equal to 32. So he just needs to find this power x, and that will be the time taken. Now that he has this particular equation, the only thing missing is the exponent. Now he had learned that whenever the exponent is missing, logarithm is the solution for that problem. So this can be written in the form of logarithms. Now we know that 4 is the base and 32 is the argument in that expression. So if we try to write this as a logarithmic equation, what it would be? So in the logarithmic form, it can be written as log of 32 to the base 4. So Jasbir has this particular expression with him, and if he is able to solve this expression, he'll be able to find the time taken by the spacecraft. But there is something which is difficult to solve, and that is 32 is not a power of 4, because we know that 4 into 4 is 16, but that into 4 becomes 64, where we do not find 32. So 32 is not a direct power of 4, and it may be a decimal. Now Jasbir is really confused what to do, because he needs to solve if he wants to save his job. So he quickly contacts his professor, who tells him about the base law. But what is the change of base law exactly? So this is the change of base rule given by Professor Magan. It states that log of x to the base b is equal to log of x to the base a by log of b to the base a. So you see here the base b was changed to base a with the help of this particular rule. But can we really change the base of something by simply dividing the argument and base's logs with the new base? Is that possible? Let's really check. So let's assume something. Let's assume that log x to the base b is equal to y. If we assume this, let's try to solve this. Let's try to write it in the exponential form. So it is nothing but b to the power of y is equal to x, isn't it? Now if we apply log to the base a in both the sides, then we can write it as log b to the power of y to the base a is equal to log x to the base a. So this is pretty perfect here. So now using the power law, we can bring the power down here, isn't it? So we can write log b to the base a and power has moved here. This is equal to log x to the base a. Now, what will we do? We will divide both the sides with log b to the base a. So let's try to divide it. So we can write it as y log b to the base a by log b to the base a is equal to log x to the base a by log b to the base a. Now, we see that here numerator and denominator are the same, so they can cut out each other. So the final answer here is that y is equal to log x to the base a by log b to the base a. But we know that y is nothing but log x to the base b, and this expression is nothing but this expression. That means this particular rule stands true. It has been proved. So Professor Magan was right, in fact. So once we have this change of base rule, let's see. Jasbir has log 32 to the base 4. Can he apply this change of base here? I think he can, because 32 is not a direct power of 4, but 32 is definitely a direct power of 2. So if he changes the base to 2, he'll be able to solve it. So let's try to use this formula or this rule to change the base to 2. So log 32 to the base 4 is in this form right now. So let's try to write it in this form. So we can write it as log 32, and the new base we want is 2. So base 2 by log, the base here was 4, so this has also become an argument here, and the new base, that is 2. So now we have a simplified equation with a new base. Now 2 has a very good advantage against 32 and 4 because both are its powers. So here we can write this equation as 32 is nothing but 2 into 2 4 into 2 8 into 2 16 into 2 32. That is 5 times 2, that is 2 to the power of 5. So we have 2 to the power of 5. So this is the power of 2 for here will be 5. So this will be the answer for that. So 5 by log 4 will be how much? 4 is nothing but 2 into 2, that is 2 square. So here the exponent will be 2, that is the answer. So 5 by 2. So once we have 5 by 2, this is nothing but 2.5. So this was the time Jasbir was looking for. So now that he has the 2.5 seconds, so he quickly informed the scientists that the final speed was 32 kilometers per hour and the time taken to reach that speed was 2.5 seconds. And as soon as he was able to give this information, then the scientists were able to solve the problem and fix the rocket for the next launch. So you see how logarithms was able to help Jasbir save his job as well as help in the launch of the rocket. That is the power of logarithms. Now, there was another problem which somebody else faced. Let's see what. These are some random figures which you can see, but these were very important figures for somebody. Sam and his team of scientists were traveling in space, and while they were traveling from Earth to the moon, their spacecraft had some glitch or some snag, and it stopped at several points in the space. So when we reached moon, they wanted to find the exact problem of spacecraft, and for that they needed to know how many times the spacecraft had stopped on the way. Now, how could they calculate that? They only knew that the total distance covered by the spacecraft from Earth to Moon was log 8 to the base 3. So they contacted a nearby space station, which informed them that they were not able to take the entire information of their stoppages, but their first stoppage was recorded. That is, the first time they stopped. And when the first time they stopped, their speed was log 4 to the base 10, and the time taken till that time by the spacecraft was log 16 to the base 9. So they had the speed of the spacecraft and the time of the spacecraft for only the first stop. And since then, they had taken more stops which they hadn't counted. But every stop had the same distance. That is, equal distance was traveled with every stoppage. So now that they have the total distance and they have the speed and time of the first segment of the particular problem or particular journey, so we know that speed into time is equal to distance, isn't it? So once we know that speed into time is equal to distance, so we know that this is the speed and time for the first part of the journey. So let's see. They made a number of stoppages during the journey. Now they know the speed and time for the first part, and they also know the total distance traveled, and they made a number of stops which were of equal distance. So if they will be able to find the distance of this part, then they can divide it with the total distance, and they will be able to get the number of times they stopped in the journey. So for that, they will need to first calculate the distance of the first part. So we can write this equation as something like this. So this is the total distance, and this is the distance of the first segment, speed into time. So if they are able to solve this, then they will be able to solve the entire equation, and they will be able to find that how many times they stopped during the journey. Now let's see. How can we really solve this particular equation? The most difficult part is that every time the base is different. So you cannot really apply any of the laws of the logarithms here, and neither any of them are in any form. So first thing which we need to do is that we will have to convert them into common base so that we can solve it. So what base can we really apply here? 10 is the common logarithm, right? Let's apply 10. So let's bring each of these expression as the base of 10. Now to change the base, we'll have to apply the change of base rule, which is log of x to the base b can be written as log of x to the base a by log of b to the base a. So using this formula, let's first convert this part of the equation. So we can write this as log 8 to the base 10, the new base, by log 3 to the base 10, the new base. And this entire expression will be divided by log of 16 to the base 9 into log of 10 to the base 4. So this expression comes as it is. So we have this expression right now. So the top part was converted to the base 10. Now let's see the denominator. Let's convert this to the base of 10. So this part, log 16 to the base 9, can be written as log 16 to the base 10 by log 9. So 9 to the new base 10. This will be multiplied by, let's find base 10 for this expression. So log 10 here. So 10, new base is 10 by log 4 is the older base. So 4 and new base is 10. So base 10. So now this will be the new form of expression. Now we have found the numerator and the denominator, and we have converted them into the new base, that is 10. But now we need to simplify this. Now we know that anything in the denominator, if we want to bring it to the numerator, we'll have to reciprocate it. That is, the denominator will become the numerator and numerator will become the denominator. So if we do that, what do we find? Let's solve this particular part of the equation. So we have log of 8 to the base 10 and log of 3 to the base 10. So can we write this as log 2 cubed to the base 10, because 8 is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2. So this becomes 2 cubed by, we cannot simplify 3 anymore, so it will be log 3 to the base 10. Now let's see this part. So log, now 9 can be written as 3 square because it's 3 into 3. So we can write 3 square to the base 10 by log, again 16 can also be written as a power of 2, that is 2 into 2 4 into 2 8 into 2 16. So it can be written as 2 to the power of 4 base 10. Okay, now the next part of the equation, log 4 to the base 10. 4 again can be written as 2 into 2, that is 2 square. So we'll write log 2 square to the base 10, and this will be divided by log 10 to the base 10. So now the simplified version is this. So now why did we write 1 here? That's because we had log 10 to the base 10, and when the argument and the base are same in a log, its value is 1, isn't it? So it has been simplified to 1. The other values you can see as we have written: log 2 cubed to the base 10, log 3 square to the base 10, log 2 square to the base 10, log 3 to the base 10, log 2 to the power 4 to the base 10 into 1. We will have 3 log 2 to the base 10. Okay, 3 moves here, into log 3 to the base 10, and 2 moves here, so it will be 2 into log 2 to the base 10, and 2 moves here, so it will be 2. This will be divided by log 3 to the base 10 into, again the power law, 4 will come here, so 4 log 2 to the base 10 into 1. So now we have this simplified equation. Now can we solve it further? Let's see. We have log 2 to the base 10 here, and we have log 2 to the base 10 here. So I think these can be cancelled. Also log 3 to the base 10 is here, and log 3 to the base 10 is here. Even this can be cancelled. So now we are left with 3 into 2 into 2 log 2 to the base 10, but we also have 4 at the bottom. So let's cancel it. So it will be 2 into 2 is 4, and this 2 will cancel this 2. So on simplifying this, we get 3 log 2, that is equal to 3 log 2 to the base 10. So you see how by applying the change of base rule, log 8 to the base 3 by log of 16 to the base 9 into log of 10 to the base 4, 3 different bases, and such a complex equation was solved, and this final simpler solution was found. And this is how Sam was able to calculate the total number of stops they made during their journey. And as a result, they were able to fix their spacecraft. And even you, with the help of such rules of logarithm, simplify much complexer equations like this and get very simpler solutions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge, or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English, and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.